I like to watch.
What do you mean, my accent? I had this accent last time. Oh. Well. Anyway, I promise you that's Jim Carrey. That's not him. That's not Jim Carrey. I just watched the film. That's not him. I know, sister. I cannot grant him an indulgence because that is simply not him. I know it doesn't seem like it is, but I promise you that's who that is. He's so subtle and subdued. I mean, he's not making deformed faces. Okay, sister. Bye.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my all-time favorite films. In fact, I'd go so far as to say it's one of the best movies to be released in the past 20 years. It's always a little jarring to watch it for me because it stars one of my least favorite actors, Jim Carrey, but I can't deny how amazing he is in this. I don't want to say too much about the plot of the film because I think it's something you should experience for yourself. The basics involve a couple who personify the notion that opposites do attract. After a nasty fight, Clementine, played by Kate Winslet, goes to Lacuna, a company that can erase memories, to have Joel, played by Jim Carrey, completely zapped from her mind.
You won't believe it. She's there with this guy, this really young guy, and she looks at me like she doesn't even know who I am.
Excuse me? Can I help you find something, sir?
When Joel finds out, he decides to erase Clementine as well, mostly out of spite. As we watch the process play out, it becomes clear that erasing their time together is easier said than done. This is a film that celebrates love relationships without entertaining pure idealism. Eternal Sunshine affirms and challenges myths of romantic love, the value of finding happiness with other people, the necessity of sentiment, and the importance of accepting partners despite their flaws. Unlike so many films with similar subject matter, Eternal Sunshine does not simply command the audience to accept the love between Joel and Clementine as being genuine. Rather, it lays bare the harsher moments of contention, the true tests of stability that demonstrate how and why these two characters belong together. Joel and Clementine attempt to literally erase the problems in their relationship before realizing it's worth maintaining. They each discover that it requires strong effort to thrive with another person, much like a successful nonfiction couple would. The couple is a hard sell. Joel is low-key and prefers to be safe and responsible, while Clementine lives for the moment, drinks constantly, and usually behaves impulsively, sometimes recklessly. Joel avoids confrontations and conceals his resentment, while Clementine is blunt and antagonistic. According to this film, the most fortunate couple is made up of individuals who acknowledge these blemishes and problematic elements of the relationship. Eternal Sunshine offers an alternative that refuses to patronize the audience by confirming its sanitized image of romantic love. In the tradition of Brecht, the film does not provide a comfortable experience, but rather an enlightened one. This is a film that brings out the very best in each actor involved, and the performances are generally breaking new ground for this cast. Jim Carrey is remarkably subdued, soft-spoken, and dry-humored here, which, as we know, is not typically his style. It really feels as though this role is being played by a completely different actor. Kate Winslet also plays against type as the brash, theatrical, and sometimes abusive Clementine. She breaks out of the elegance we're used to seeing her with and shows us a character so genuine it hurts. Another standout is Kirsten Dunst, who plays the receptionist of Lacuna, who happens to harbor a crush on her much older boss, the doctor. Dunst in particular shows fantastic range, transitioning from professional to careless to vulnerable, and rounding it out with a character that could have easily faded into the background with a different actor. Each member of the cast brings out the best in one another. Just the way this story unfolds is unlike anything else I'd ever seen up to this point on screen. It's the best use of nonlinear storytelling I've ever encountered, and the way it illustrates memory is brilliant. The faces of people that did not play vital roles in the story of Joel and Clementine have obscured faces. That's how the mind works. It's more than just visual eye candy. Every single image in the film serves a specific function. Just the items represent the relationship of the characters. The screenplay is also amazing. The lines with the biggest impacts are often the most simple. We find depth in the small moments. I have to come back to Jim Carrey, since his performance continues to floor me every single time I watch this film. Again, I'm generally not a fan of his due to all the moronic performances he's given us, but here, he's damn near perfect. He's raw and exposed without being whiny. He's relatable but interesting. And he really makes us understand why he does what he does.
You.
You know me, I'm impulsive.
That's what I love about you.
What if you take me somewhere else? Somewhere where I don't belong. And we hide there till morning.
Man, I can't remember anything without you.
That's very sweet, but try, okay?
Okay.
At no point does he take it too far, even in scenes where that would have been easy to do, such as the memory scenes where he plays his younger self. He manages to make those moments endearing and keep them from being out of place in the film. And somehow he really truly makes us understand how a person like Joel could love a person like Clementine, and how she could love him back, even though they're so different. It makes you wonder why he can't always be this good.
You know, my life isn't that interesting. I go to work, I come home, I don't know what to say. You should read my journal. It's just blank.
Really? Can I borrow a piece of your chicken?
And then you just took it without waiting for an answer. It was so intimate. Like we were already lovers.
I'll call it off. I'll give you a sign. I want to call it off. Can you hear me? I don't want this anymore. I want to call it off.
What took you so long?
I just walked in.
You miss me?
Oddly enough, I do.
You said I do. I guess that means we're married.
I guess so.
Explain to me how that is the same actor who did this.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Or what about that time he talked out of his ass?
Let's dare to believe that they're greening our vaccines. The vaccine schedule has been changed, and our kids are receiving fewer doses over longer periods of time.
Jim Carrey or not, I wouldn't change a thing about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's a must-see. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go find it right now. It's so difficult to find anything original on screen these days, and I find something new every time I watch this one. I'll see you next time for 2 Cent Cinema.
This is it, Joel. It's gonna be gone soon.
I know.
What do we do?